Czerny is a 5-star Art Protector Defender. He was originally only available from the Lingering Echoes event by clearing stage LE-5, but is now available from the Lingering Echoes Record Restoration. Czerny, full name William Czerny, has no combat experience whatsoever, likely due to him being a musician. He stands 182 centimeters tall, was born on the 10th of September in Lithuanian, and is of the Elathia race, specifically a European fallow deer. In his archive files and promotion record, it's noted that William Czerny is a name spoken with pride in the afterglow, his compositions and piano mastery woven into daily life. His long fingers allow him to craft challenging yet beloved pieces, played tirelessly by his admirers. His music fills lullabies, serenade lovers, and honors the departed, while his rare ventures outside, due to oropathy, send his melodies traveling far and wide. Once indifferent to grandeur, lost in endless staves, a near-death experience during the Weisheim incident led him to Rhodes Island, opening his world beyond Lithuanian, where his thirst for distant lands now knows no bounds. Czerny is a frustratingly stubborn patient, ignoring medical advice in favor of sleepless nights filled with music, coffee, and untouched meals, much to the exasperation of Rhodes Island's medics. Despite their complaints, even his harshest critics admit his talent and surprising thoughtfulness, whether it's gifting hand lotion or meticulously protecting his own hands. When news spreads that he's donating all proceeds from his latest song to orphan Lithuanian children, the room falls silent, and one medic suddenly finds urgent reason to check up on him again. Before analyzing a piece, you need to understand its composer, William Czerny, born into an esteemed Afterglow musical family and raised by his mother Haley, a piano tuner who nurtured his early talent. Orphaned at 14 and afflicted with oropathy, he abandoned his dream of studying in Lithuanian's capital, instead training under a local composer alongside a lifelong friend and rival. Their bond fueled his artistry, but her death from oropathy at 20 shattered him, leading to a year of isolation and the creation of Morgen und Abend, the magnum opus that immortalized his grief and revealed his deepest self to the world. Operator Czerny's research on the connection between musical education and original arts has stalled due to budget constraints, prompting him to request additional funding from Calcit and the Doctor. Drawing from his own experience, he discovered that integrating music theory into original arts study significantly improved learning efficiency. Historical evidence also supports this link, as Lithuanian's top casters are often skilled musicians, with musical breakthroughs driving arts development. Furthermore, his experiments in the Afterglow have demonstrated the effectiveness of music-based medical arts in treating oropathy, and additional funding would allow Czerny to advance this research further. Czerny is confirmed to be infected. He has a cell originum assimilation of 11% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.25 parts per liter. The notes in his medical files state that there is a large distribution of originum crystals across his back and neck. In his character art, drawn by Giori Gioho, Czerny wears a white button-up dress shirt with open collar and black and white neck ruffle, infection monitor around his neck with some infection crystals being visible, light gray suit vest, monocle over his right eye, black tailcoat with multiple black leather belts across it, a golden sash with red gem over his left arm, white suit pants, a scabbard with sword to his left, white gloves, and black knee-high boots. He steadies his shield, which looks to be a combination of piano and cello, with his right hand. In his voice lines, voiced by Hiroki Yasumoto, who also voices Yasutora Sato and Zonzane in Bleach, Bill Sullivan in Bakano, Agni in Black Butler, Elfman in Fairy Tail, Hiroshi in Durarara, Captain Koro in Gintama, Agil and Andrew Gilbert Mills in SAO, King in One Punch Man, Dullahan in Konosuba, Karan in Fire Force, Elhart in Shield Hero, Bjorn in Vinland Saga, Qual in Freerun, Creed in Undead Unluck, Guile in Street Fighter, Masato Aizawa in Yakuza 5, Pod 042 in Nier Automata, Carlos Oliveira in Resident Evil 3, and Sfrog in Honkai Star Rail. Czerny often talks of music.
眠ってしまわれたのですか？これは興味深い。私の作った子守歌があなたにまで聞くとは。ロドスにピアノを習いたいという子供がいれば、私のところへ連れてきてくれて構いません。とはいえ、私の教え方は厳しいですよ。一度学び始めたら、軽々しく途中でやめることは許しませんので。クルビアでは、ジャズという音楽スタイルが流行っているとか。幸運にも何枚かアルバムを聴いたことがありまして。即興性も高く、自由な演奏に非常に興味を惹かれましたが、残念ながら、私にはそうした旋律を演奏するセンスが欠けているようです。私の手が気になりますか？ええ。確かに他の方と比べるとかなり大きいでしょうが、変だと思わないでいただきたい。この両手があるからこそ、私は頭に浮かんだ旋律を思うままに鍵盤へと流し込めるのです。あの時、死へ限りなく近づいたことで、私の中に全く新しい旋律が生まれました。かつて学んだ拍節や曲調は、あれにとってまるで枷のようでした。一体どれほど強烈な感情があれを生み出したのでしょうか。もしかすると、死に直面する瞬間、私は自分の思うほど勇敢ではないのかもしれません。
At E2 level 80 with max trust and potential, Czerny has 3,322 HP, 665 attack, 577 defense, 15 resistance, a 70-second redeploy time, 24 DP cost, 3 block, and has a 1.6 second attack speed. His range is the standard range for an Arts Protector Defender. At max trust, he gets plus 200 HP and plus 40 attack. At max pot, he gets minus 3 DP cost, minus 10 seconds to redeploy, and a buff to his talent. His talent, Reverberation, at E2 pot 4, gives Czerny plus 10 resistance, and deals 85% of Czerny's attack as arts damage to the attacker whenever Czerny takes arts damage. Czerny has 2 base skills, with one unlocking at E2. His first base skill, Adagio, when Czerny is assigned to a dorm, he restores plus 0.85 morale per hour to another op in the same dorm, and each dorm level gives 1 measure. His second base skill, Walking the Keyboard, is unlocked at E2. When Czerny is assigned to a dorm, every 1 measure is converted to 1 perception information. Czerny's first skill, Fingerfertigkeit, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. Level 7 starts with 12 SP, needs 42 SP to proc, and lasts 29 seconds. M3 starts with 20, needs 35, and lasts 35 seconds. At level 7, Czerny gets plus 50% attack and plus 80% resistance. At M3, it's plus 80% attack and plus 100% resistance. His second skill, Meisterwerk, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, starting with 0 SP and lasting for 20 seconds at all levels. Level 7 needs 34 SP to proc, while M3 needs 30. At level 7, Czerny gets plus 70% max HP and becomes more likely to be attacked. For every attack taken, he gets plus 24% attack, which stacks up to 10 times, then deals 190% attack as arts damage to all nearby enemies when the skill ends. At M3, it's plus 100% max HP, plus 30% attack for every hit, and 250% attack as arts damage. Unlike other Defender subclasses, the Arts Protector Defenders, in my opinion, don't really have a niche that they fall into, with this applying to Czerny as well. On the upside, Czerny is easily obtainable and max potted through his record restoration. His talent has a way to reflect arts attacks against him. His S1 gives a very hefty buff to his attack and resistance, allowing him to deal more arts damage and take more hits. And his S2 increases his taunt, meaning he'll get hit more often and therefore reflect damage more often, can get up to plus 300% attack, and then does an AoE arts attack. But, and you knew this was coming, every single aspect of his kit can be done, and done better, by other operators. Firstly, there's a plethora of other operators who deal arts damage, such as casters, supporters, and arts fighter guards, and they actually deal more and better arts damage. Defenders, for the most part, aren't known for their attacking capabilities. If you want damage reflected, Hoshigoma in her S2 or Mlinar in his talents should be your go-to, especially considering how well it scales with Hoshigoma's S2 and Mlinar having some taunt. His S1 is generic and just raises his stats, while his S2 can be replaced by any nuker operator or an AoE caster. No priority to raise. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Girls Frontline videos as well. Come back tomorrow for next week's character and story teasers.